I mean, Indy, it's been a very, very good morning so far. There's no protest. There's no interruption in the protest so far. However, I have to say at this point that when the protest kicked off this morning, there were already food vendors waiting to give people breakfast. And before it started, they did say that they got intelligence that there might be disruptions in today's protest and have warned that everybody stay vigilant and be aware of the security precautions around them. Also, today there has been a boost of small and medium enterprises and individuals, of course, who have come with food, with water, snacks, drinks, whatever you might need in a protest, face masks, handkerchiefs, shirts, placards, anything you need at the protest, they've been able to get. I'm going to call one of the protesters on here just to give us a pulse of what's going on. Day 8 of the NSAS protest. If you could just join me, sir. You can just introduce yourself. And
I am Mr. Chika. I'm Mr. Chika. I'm here for this protest, happening. That's been happening for a while now. I think this is the 8th day. Yeah. That's why I'm here to lend my support.
Okay, so 8 days into the protest, do you think that any difference has been made? I mean, they have disbanded SARS, and now they say they're calling it SWAT. Earlier today, they were saying, oh my goodness, people, let's start running, let's go. There's a bit of a ruckus. There's a bit of a ruckus. I took off immediately. Nobody is trying to lose their lives out here today. But it seems everything is fine. The person I'm interviewing has run off. But if you can go back to the studios, let's just get ourselves back together and we'll come back to you, Layla and Indy.
Shaitan, please stay safe. That did look quite worrying. Please make sure that you and the camera crew are staying safe in the midst of all of this. Because, yes, and we'll bring it back into the studio now. It is actually very worrying to see that there have been reports that have come through this morning that there are likely to be protests that are overtaken by thugs, etc. And unfortunately, we did get videos coming through this morning of what seemed to be Alausa, Ikeja, of that exact same thing happening, which is what Shaitan is talking about now. So we do have to be careful and vigilant. I'm not sure if we're ready now for also our correspondent, Tokumbo Yesunji. Okay, let's head back over to Shaitan at the Lekki toll gate to finish this conversation first before we cross over to Tokumbo, who is in Ikeja. Shaitan, back over to you.
All right, we're still here at the Lekki toll gates protesting and SARS. And right beside me, we have one of the protesters. Just a few minutes ago, there was a false alarm. I think also because they have told the crowd today that there might be disruption in the protest. Everybody is at high alert. But let's talk to someone very quickly.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Can you just tell us what exactly is the pulse here today?
Pardon?
What is the pulse? Sorry. We are doing a live interview. I think at this moment, they have just caught someone who was trying to steal from a member of the group. So they are taking him out of the protest. I mean, we have to commend the security operators here. They have been hired by individuals. They are private security companies, but they are doing the work. They just found someone trying to steal, and they're taking him out of the protest. Let's go back to our interview. So you can tell me, 8 days into this protest, do you think the government is going to listen to the demands?
I think they will listen to the demands of the youth, but the question is when. I've been privileged to be documenting this protest from the beginning, and it's been an amazing experience because I see a new Nigeria. I think we are now more awake as youths. Like, we've seen the worst. Corona has made us to see like the worst in life, and I think this is the vision 2020 they were telling us about. And we are so happy to see this movement because I don't really see this as a protest. It's a movement. And the good part about this thing is that there's really no leader in quotes. Because I remember the Abiola movement then. Then, there was a leader and the government, they could target one person. So now they should target the youths, which they cannot do. And funny enough, they need us. They need to listen to us. They are called public servants for a reason, servants. But now they are acting as public masters. So they are public servants. They should listen to us. They should listen to the cry of the youth. So that's why I said it depends to when they are going to answer to the youth. But I hope, the advisors to the president, to the government. They speak some senses to the government.
Thank you so much. Thank you for talking to us. All right, then, like I just said, very quickly, if we can just quickly talk to one of the vendors here who has been distributing food very quickly for a minute. If you can join me very, very quickly, because we're going on a break. Okay, when we come back. Okay, when we come back. All right, then. When we come back, we will continue this conversation. Handing it over now to our Lagos studios with Leila and Indy.
All right, thank you so much. Ito, like Leila told you there, stay safe, you and your cameraman, as events unfold concerning this protest.